I was not unable to even call the best of my friends to talk to them about what I was interviewing for, and they're in those positions. So those phone calls started yesterday, and I got some great insight to what I need to do, and that's going to be something that will develop. Somebody told me yesterday, I think it was Dale Hunter. He said he knows that you can drop Keith Jones in anywhere, and he's going to figure it out quick. So I think that will come into play with this as well.
Who was the first person that you wanted to call when you knew that this position was going to be on the table for you, just for insight and advice?
Craig Berube would be that first person, just because he's my best friend. Then it would be, guys like Joe Sakic that are in that position, Chris Drury, Tom Fitzgerald, Jimmy Rutherford. There's a long list. I mean, it's been Brian Burke. A lot of the people that I've really hold in high regard are the ones that I'll want to talk to. The number one person I want to talk to and haven't yet is John Davidson. He did this. He was the gold standard on television. I'm not sure that I was, but he is the gold standard in doing the job as the president, and I have a lot that I can gather from discussing things with him, and he's always been very accessible and easy to talk to when I've met him in the past.
So, traveling around, seeing how all the teams approach it from the broadcast perspective, is there any one example that you're kind of leaning off of what's this is probably the direction we should take inspiration from, Colorado or Tampa Bay?
The Avalanche are a great example. Tampa is the team. I mean, they've done it right. They brought skill in and then added toughness. I think that's ideally what you want to do. We weren't really in a position to do that. We have toughness. Now we need the skill. So it's a little bit of the opposite, but that's something that we want to be like Tampa. We want to be hard to play against. We want our top players to be the best in the world, and they've done that. So Colorado's a great example. Tampa is now. This year the league is upside down, from watching the playoffs. But we want to build it from the inside. And then we want to have, some cap availability to recruit. And that's something the Flyers have always been able to do prior to the salary cap, was bring in players, because it's a spot that's desirable to play in. But we need room to do that. We need the cap space, and that's going to be a few years down the road.